What is going on, guys? Craig1287 here, bringing you some Battlefield 4 gameplay. Going on there in the background is going to be some early MTAR footage. Think this was like my second or third round with the MTAR. Only got a few things unlocked, still getting used to the gun. It's always interesting to go back and look at some of my footage of when I first unlock a gun and just watch how I use it and things like that. It's just it's always been very interesting in my opinion. But I'll let the audio from that round just kind of play out. But real quick, just wanted to go over some things. This first part is going to be specific to you PC guys. G-Sync, I made a few videos or a couple of videos on that, and I made some pretty interesting speculations on it, claiming that it would be a game changer, for me at least, in that it's a form of VSync that wouldn't have a lot of the problems that VSync has and would actually be an even better form of VSync. And if you want to check those out, go find those videos and see what I go in more in depth into what G-Sync is there. But it's finally starting to come out, and some of the reviews from the web are coming out. And so in the video description below, I'm going to have some links to Guru 3D, Anantech, Tom's Hardware. Those are the three main sites that I typically go to when wanting to find hardware reviews and coverage for PC hardware. But I'm also going to have a link to PC Perspective and Hardware Canucks, I believe is how that is pronounced. And those are also some, and most of these are just kind of early looks. The products that they have are, they're pretty much considered, I guess, prototypes. All they are just some Asus monitors that have had the G-Sync chip implanted into them. So they're not like official G-Sync monitors. They're just... You can read the articles if you care to, but basically, if you want to just scroll ahead to the end of each of those articles where they talk about their closing thoughts, their conclusion and whatnot, they all are just very impressed by it. They're very blown away by the quality, by the performance. They're saying there's a roughly a 3 to 5% FPS drop right now. But in most cases it wasn't even that high. That's a very small amount. Even if you're at 120 or 144 hertz, that's still almost not even noticeable. And when it smooths things out so much that it's definitely worth the trade-off. And nVidia is going to be working on it. It's kind of like, I guess, still in beta in a way. And they are looking to get rid of the... even that slight performance hit that it currently has. So very excited about that. This is fantastic news for PC gamers. Is G-Sync going to make its way to the Oculus Rift? Doubtful. I don't think they can get the technology down to that size yet. But maybe one day down the line, we'll see it in the Oculus Rift, and that would just be even more mind-blowing. Now, I also want to say one thing about my channel. In some of the videos, I am still working with some things, trying to get my video quality to a certain higher standard. I record in 1080p natively, I play on a 1080p monitor, I record in 1080p, and I render into 1080p. I render at crazy high settings that go way beyond what YouTube does. YouTube 1080p's bitrate is only 8 megabits per second, which is 8,000 kilobits per second. And I render my videos out to 20 megabits per second. There's really no reason. There's absolutely, I just mentally, I don't know, I feel better that I'm at least trying to provide, and what that does is it's still in 1080p, but there's a lot of pixelation. If you guys see if you try to read some of the text on the screen, bottom left where it has a squad listing and a lot of the text, the kill feed, things like that, when it moves behind a lot of green, when there's a lot of white, a lot of these bright colors on the maps that have a lot of bright colors going on, and the colors are constantly changing, as I start to turn and look around and things like that, a lot of the stuff gets very pixelated. Now, this is reduced by increasing the bitrate, but I'm seeing if I can do it through other means, through some color correction, which is what I have going on right now. And what I have going on right now is very, very basic color correction. I have the color saturation. It's typically at 100%. I've cranked it up to 175%. So does this look better, guys, or does this look crazy? Do the colors look way too vibrant? Is there a noticeable change in the pixelation? Does it look like it's being pixelated less? Is it easier to read things? Because I'm hoping that if by increasing the vibrancy of these colors, that they won't blend as much and there won't be as much pixelation. I mean, all this stuff looks flawless on my end. It's not until I upload it onto YouTube and I have to watch it back that it looks like complete and utter poo, and I hate it. I really do. And I mean, it's bad enough YouTube doesn't support 60 frames per second, but the fact that it compresses things and makes them look so pixelated, even on 1080p. Now, I could render out in an upscale to something like 2560 by 1440 or even higher, so that I could get that original quality that YouTube has, but that would kill your guys' bandwidth. That's a lot for you to download. Or to stream. That's a lot for your bandwidth to have to buffer, and I don't want to force you guys to have to go to watching it in original quality to see it with less pixelation and things like that. I want for those that are watching it in 720 to see crisp, clear 720. Those of you that are on 1080p, I want you to see really, really crisp, clear 1080p. Thready, he's one of the channels that I subscribe to. His videos look flawless, and I've reached out to him a couple times just by not, anything official, just commenting on his videos. I don't see him respond to his videos a lot, so that's why, I don't really hold my breath too much, but I've asked multiple times for him to release his render settings as to why his 1080p videos look so crystal clear. But if you guys are tech experts with Adobe Premiere Pro and things like this, please lend me some advice, because I personally consider myself to be a novice, very much an amateur when it comes to video editing and rendering. I know very, very, very basic things because I'm a noob. Yeah, so does the video look better? Is this one way too over the top? Should I knock it down to 150, 125? Once I do this, I'm going to look into doing some stuff with the contrast, balancing my whites and blacks and things like that, see if that maybe helps. Because in my videos, whenever the stuff is behind or in front of a black background, when I'm in a dark room, everything looks crystal clear like Thready's videos. So maybe if I make my videos a little darker, but without it making it too difficult to see, maybe that'll help. I don't know. Yeah, that's about all I got. Guys, I hope you do enjoy the gameplay. Have a good one. Ta-ta.
Oh, that sucks.
Dang.
Wait, who said that?
Iron.
Oh.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, guys, I think that's it for me. J Iron. Check it out.
Alright, it was a good practice.
See ya.
Iron 9.
Taking C. We got this, guys. Well done.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. I get shotgunned on Charlie at the very end. Dadgum, that sucks.
Then.
Yeah, last kill was my knife. I jumped past him and got the side knife off. It was hilarious.
Uh-huh.
The skills I learned going against the best snipers in BF3 still work.
Yeah, I think it's time for me to get some dinner. Thinking Pizza Hut.